Hey guys, Kevin Downey from Kevin Downey. Thanks so much for taking the time today. Really appreciate it. In this video, I want to talk about how you go about hiring salespeople that are built for your sales role specific needs, right? And it's what we do as an agency. Obviously, if you check out our website, kevinmdowney.com, our blue chip recruiting program, we've been sourcing talent for clients for over a decade. We've got a very specific process that we put candidates through to identify whether or not they're not only whether or not they're built for sales, but what type of sales they are built for, right? So we work off, we use Aptive Index. If you haven't taken it, take it. It measures what are called motivational drives or attributes, to be technical. Okay. Take Aptive Index is in the upper corner of our website. Click that link and take it. It'll blow you away. The accuracy level, 8 to 10 minutes is all it takes. It doesn't measure IQ. It's not measuring intelligence or EQ or any of that stuff. It's not even measuring personality technically because personality changes. It's measuring what are called cognitive psychology attributes, which are motivational drives. They are established when we're young, teens, and they don't change. Why is that important? Because we can identify what type of jobs someone is built for, literally. And it matters in sales a lot. And I'm going to show you that today. So let's take a look at, again, if you haven't taken it, if you're familiar with the top two on their compare page, this is going to look familiar. This is like the 3.0 version though, right? Not only from a scientific standpoint, but also the AI called ARIA, which I talk about in other videos, is great. Okay. So let's walk through we use 5 main profiles in our agency to run candidates through. So we run everybody through Aptive Index and then we give a match percentage, right? It looks like this. Okay, we give a match percentage on the job. So we run everybody through the job and that's what it looks like. And we get a match percentage, okay? So we have 5 main profiles that we build every client job profile off of. SDR, farmer sales, one call closer, hunter sales, and BDR. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to focus on BDR, hunter sales, and farmer sales, which are all B2B positions. Okay. SDR is a B2C or a B2B position. It's a sales development representative. They are dealing purely with inbound leads to qualify them and move them to sales calls. Okay. One call closer, very specific type of role in B2C, is someone, there's different types of industries that have it, but let me just give you one example and it'll make sense. So you have generally can be retail, but it's typically set appointments, typically, again, residential home sales, let's say windows. They go in on an appointment and they have to do a full-blown assessment of the house and measurements and have to make a recommendation, product recommendation, and then a quotation and get paper. All in one visit. That's a one-call closer. They might get a second shot at the apple, but usually not. They might do a follow-up on the phone, but usually it's like most of their sales, they're getting paper on the spot, right? They're getting signature. That's a one-call closer, okay? For this exercise, let's focus on the 3 B2B ones, farmer, hunter, and BDR, okay? So if we're trying to identify somebody who's built for your sales role specific needs, let's build out the profile, right? Like these guys here, just as examples, these are demos, right? Business development representative profile looks like this. Then we're going to run everybody through it. We're going to get a match percentage, and then we look at resume. Because if the dots don't line up, if the wiring pattern, motivational drives don't line up with the job, they're not worth looking at. I don't care what the resume says. We look at motivational drives first, match percentage, making sure it's at least good, if not great. And we consider that in the hiring process. But then we look at resume. If the motivational drives don't line up at all, there is no reason to look at resume. I don't care what story they tell on there. Don't care, right? Okay, why? Because you hire the wrong person, and if you're in B2B, this is going to make sense to you all day long. Farmer sales rep, influence, sociability, consistency, precision. I want high sociability, moderate intensity. I want somebody who needs a connection with people. They got to go out and sell all the time to the same customer base. They're account managers, account executives, whatever. They're selling all the time to their customers. Filling in inventory, cross-selling, upselling, whatever. They are sociability, high sociability. Gotta have the connection with the customers. Okay. Hunter sales rep, high influence, high intensity. I need somebody who wants to drive the bus, win the game. They want to control outcomes is technically how we talk about it. I talk about this in another video about the Aptive Index drives. Okay. High influence, high intensity. Okay. Sociability, we don't care. Like, as long as it's not horribly low. We are low, horribly left. We want them high influence. Okay. BDR, though, this is your prospecting person. This person generating leads and appointments for sales. Low influence, moderate influence, but decent sociability, but high consistency. 50 to 150 calls a day, low ER, low intensity. I want the Energizer Bunny. I want him to go like a machine all day, every day. Those are three different things if you just looked at them. If you look at those profiles, they are dramatically different, okay? You want to hire the right person for your sales role specific needs. If you are an owner in a small business and you need appointments driven to you, don't go hire a salesperson. It's a waste of money. They don't want to prospect, first of all. Secondly, you don't need anybody to sell because you can sell. If you can handle 1 to 2 appointments a day, all you need is a business development rep or reps and email, right? You don't need a sales rep. That's a waste of money. They're going to be more expensive and they're not going to want to prospect anyway. Okay? So that's that. If you need salespeople, right? Go find the salespeople that are built for the role that you need to fill. Is it a hunter sales model or a former sales model, right? So you've got those things to consider, and that's what we do at Kevin Downey. When we're recruiting, we run them through, and then we get a match percentage on the job. That's how we're looking at people, and then looking at resume, and then screening, and so on and so forth. And we look at comp requirement, OTE first year, very important thing to get. So all those things are important when you're recruiting for sales, your sales organization. Okay. If you need any help, reach out to us. We work on a contingency basis, recruiting for clients. It's called our blue chip recruiting program. Check that out here. Okay. And then if you want to take Aptive Index, take it. It's up here. It's amazing. 8 to 10 minutes. It'll blow you away. And then if you want to schedule a call right up here in the upper right-hand corner, let's talk, see if we can help you. Okay. All right. Thanks for being here today. Best of luck in business in 26, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.